along with the other pressing jobs on the allotment in early February, I still need to keep feeding my compost engine, receiving horse manure and barrowing it down into the compost bins just to keep everything going, so that next year when I need to spread compost on all the beds, I've got a good supply. So this job all the time until the horses go out in the fields later on in the spring and they stop generating the volume that I currently get. So there we are, one trailer moved into one compost bin. I expect that to rot down to at least halfway within just a couple of weeks, and then another trailer will go on top, and so the process goes on. Sure is a beautiful day, frosty start, but it's now really nice. So I'm just finishing off the paths and getting this wood chip that came off the roadside around the polytunnel where I cleared it out earlier and weeded it. I can put this straight down and it will give me good protection from weeds around the polytunnel. And that's the last of the paths around the wooden beds. Going well. There we go then. Wood chip paths finished, and around the polytunnel a good layer, probably a couple of inches of mulch from this wood chippings off the side of the road. Free and effective. This is a bit of an awkward area. This is where we fill the cans from the IBC tank, and it's quite narrow, as you can see, and even in the summer it tends to get a bit wet and boggy because of the overspill of the water. So it's been on my hit list for a while to do something about this, and I'm thinking I might take up that small paving slab and cover this with a weed fabric and put a bit more of that roadside wood chippings on it, and then we should be able to stay dry and it'll be a lot more serviceable during the summer months. The tools for the job then: some weed barrier. I need to get this a little bit more level below the line of this wooden bed, and I think I'm going to have to make sure that I get at least 2 inches of the wood chip. So let's see how we get on. Today I'm going to grow some celeriac. I'm going to sow these in the polytunnel. They can be sown from February indoors. Now the polytunnel clearly gets very cold at night, but I'm hopeful that these seeds could germinate and come through during those cold temperatures, as well as the warmth that we get in here. The temperature is currently 22 degrees in here, and that's plenty for them to germinate. It's whether they're going to tolerate the lower temperatures, and this has recently got down to -1.1 degrees C. So I've got quite a lot of celeriac to sow. It's a vegetable that up till last year I'd never had, and I'm absolutely delighted with it. It's a fantastic vegetable, and I particularly like it cooked like potatoes and then mashed into the potatoes to make a celeriac and potato mash. The taste is pleasant, maybe quite strong on its own, but with potatoes it's just fantastic. So I'm going to grow a lot of these, and last year I made a mistake with them. I grew them in clusters and they just don't like that. These seeds definitely need individual plants. So this is Celeriac Monarch by Unwin's. It was £1.99, and in this packet we have 250 seeds, so more than enough to do some risky sowings now and some safer sowings later. I'm also going to grow another variety which is from Just Seeds, and this is called Celeriac Prins, and it distinctly says in this packet to sow in March to April. So I'm going to back off and not take so much risk with these, and see if I can get going with Celeriac Monarch. So same principle, small seed tray. I'm going to space them individually so that I can prick them out later, and just going to get a dozen or so in here and see how we get on. But my aim this year is individual plants that I can space correctly and get a good crop. So there we are. The spacing is 3 wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably 7, 8 in length. So 24 seeds that are well spaced out. So I'm going to put a centimetre of compost over the top of those, and then they will go under these covers, and I'll cross my fingers. It's interesting that it says the spacing for the plant should be 18 inches or 45 centimeters, and between rows should be 30 centimeters, 12 inches. So you can see these plants have quite decent spacing, and they need that to grow that bulbous root that we eat, which is the celeriac. They are very similar to swede on the face of it, different colours, very different taste, but a similar look. So I'm going to give them a quick water and make sure they get a good start, and label them up, Celeriac Monarch, and they'll go in with the rest of the seeds underway for February. Been a beautiful day today. I've been on the plot for about 5 hours and got lots done, which is fantastic. And last job of the day, just a little bit more digging. If I can do a little bit, little and often, I'll crack that new fruit bed, and that'll be fantastic. Apparently there's some really stormy weather coming next week. Might even be a bit of snow around here. So I'm going to make good use of the fact that the soil's crumbly and relatively dry. Off I go. I do hope you enjoyed the video today. If you did, click the subscribe button, click the like button, and if you want updates from me each time I upload a video, click the bell and select all. I do hope you have a great day. Diolch yn fawr.